I got secrets that nobody knows.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Sport Breaks. Of course, I am your host, Dante Washington, back with you guys and girls for another episode. And as always, make sure that you go follow and subscribe to Sport Breaks on all social media platforms: Spotify, X, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, LinkedIn. Make sure that you go subscribe and follow on all those. I am also on Spotify podcasting. I am now on iHeartRadio as well. Make sure that you go subscribe to all of those pages. I promise you, it does not cost you one dime. Go do that. It's greatly appreciated. Yeah. Of course, this is a sports show. One of the best sports shows that you've never heard of. So, again, I appreciate you for stopping, listening, thinking, and tuning in with me. Make sure that you comment accordingly, respectfully, and let's get to the show. Of course, college football is in effect. Had a few good games yesterday that I sat down and watched. Iowa State pulled their game out against Kansas State. 24-21 was the final. That game was decent enough. Um, very entertaining. Uh, had a few other games from the Division Two circuit. I briefed over those. And on the nightcap, Hawaii played Stanford, and Hawaii came away with a win on a field goal, last second field goal. They walked it off. Again, college football is definitely in effect. High school football is in effect, and of course, the NFL will be around the way. So man, let's give a little cheer for football right now. You know what I mean? Football is back in the building, and y'all, a lot of people don't understand and they can't relate to it. Like, why y'all so excited about the football games? Man, listen, hey, football is football, especially if you played it, if you've grown to love it. Um, Nothing better than going to a game or even looking at a game. So if you're not one of those men or women that like to sit on the couch with a significant other and you don't understand the game of football, this is the time for you to start learning. Or else you get to frolic around and they'll be in the house. Like, you at least you know where they at. You know what I mean? They in the house watching. They watching the game. Oh, Clemson playing. Oh, South Carolina playing. Yeah. So this episode is going to be strictly college preview of a quick college preview of the major colleges here in the state of South Carolina. This podcast here, Sport Breaks, I am based out of Lake City, South Carolina. So, you know, uh, I am choosing to do this one on the schools in South Carolina. So, if you are from the state, if you're not from the state, I'm going to need you to pay attention and I'm going to give you a snippet about what's going on in the state of South Carolina. If you are from the state, I definitely need you to comment if you got some family members, people that's playing college ball, or if you have a family member that graduated from said school in South Carolina, man, let me know. Let the people know that, there's balls here in South Carolina too, for real. No further ado, let's get into it. Of course, I am a huge Gamecocks fan. Became a Gamecock fan when uh, Sterling Sharp was here. Of course, I was a Jit when he was at the University of South Carolina, but a lot of family members speak on Sterling Sharp, man. Seeing him with that black number two, it just touched me. So once he got drafted by my Green Bay Packers, it was naturally for me to start liking the Green Bay Packers as a Jit. That is how I got to liking the Packers. Quick note for you people. It is always go Pack, go with me. You know? But starting off with the South Carolina Gamecocks, of course, South Carolina is starting this year off with a lot of hype, a lot of praise, uh, rightfully so. Ended the year as a hot team, and a lot of people thought that they should have made college football playoff, yet they did not do that. Instead, they went to the Cheese It Citrus Bowl. Unfortunately, they ran across the Illinois football team that was pretty decent. They lost that game 21-17 to end their season. But this season here, my Gamecocks come into the season ranked 13th in the country. We will take on the Virginia Tech Hokies Sunday, August 31st at 3 p.m. Coincidentally, it's my baby birthday. Shout out to my daughter Kirsten Washington. She will be 16 years old on that date. But looking at the Gamecocks, of course, some of the notable players for the Gamecocks. Of course, if you have not been on this planet in the last 2-3 years, you probably wouldn't think of a guy named Lenore Sellers, but he is a product of the South Florence High School uh, state champion. He is a dog. Yeah, I repeat, a dog. And the guy is legit. His brother, who is a freshman, again from South Florence, will be there. But notable players for the South Carolina Gamecocks, of course, it is Lenore Sellers. It is Dylan Stewart, who is an edge rusher. Man, totally legit. Nick Harper will be one of the amazing freshmen that he will have at his disposal as one of his weapons at wide receiver. Of course, it's the all do it back Raheem Sanders and also Nick Emenwer. If I did not pronounce his name right, it is okay. He is a defensive back who is returning, who is getting a lot of high praise. Um, the Gamecocks, of course, we will definitely rely on Lenore Sellers. Looking at the offense last year, it was definitely a smooth running game, but the young man has a cannon for an arm. But when he decides to pull it down, if you are not growner than he is, I suggest you get out of the way. The defense is been stingy. Looking at their totals from last year, pretty decent, very pretty decent uh, defensive wise. Um, but to me, that is definitely going to be the key to the Gamecocks being decent is that defense. I know what is to come with the offense. Uh, if we can definitely get the receiver group to become one with Lenore, I like our chances in the SEC East. Of course, everyone will say Georgia is still Georgia, and Florida looks to be improved this year. But I'm telling you, I'm making this bold statement right now. Gamecocks going to the SEC championship game. Moving right along. Next school in my college preview of the state of South Carolina, of course, is none other than uh, the Clemson Tigers. Uh, 3 4-time national champions. Won one in 1981. Quick snippet. I was born in 1981, and I also played Bill Walsh College football back in the day, and I bought that game recently for the Sega, and I just played it recently. The only team from the state of South Carolina that's on that game is Clemson 81. I actually played with them. Shh. Don't tell nobody. But 3 or 4-time national champions, of course. Uh, has a lot at their disposal as well. They are pretty high. They are ranked fourth in the country, and I'll be totally honest. I'm always honest on this show. Uh, Deservingly so. They will start the season off against LSU, as I stated, Saturday, August 30th at 7:30. It is going to be a ruckus game. It is going to be a great game. I really, really, really do feel that that will definitely be a who has the ball last type of game. Uh, but we definitely will. We definitely will see. Some notable players for that's coming back and who is all world for the Clemson Tigers. Of course, quarterback Cade Klubnik, T.J. Parker on the defensive end, Pete Woods on the defensive end. Have a young man by the name of Antonio Williams at wide receiver. Avion Terrell, who plays cornerback, and Adam Randall will be a nice different pace guy on the offensive side of the ball. Key thing for me with Clemson, of course, after averaging uh, was 36.4 points a game last year. It will be third down efficiency for me for them. Last year they were sitting around 43.9%. If Cade Klubnik can control the tempo with the weapons that he have around him, I think Clemson is going to be pretty stout. Um, Defensively is always the key for Clemson, and they have a bunch of studs on the defensive side of the ball, and it's really not even funny uh, to how many decent players that they have on the decent defensive side of the ball. And you look at a lot of freshmen that's coming in, and shout out to the little homie Amari Adams, man. He's gonna be a problem. Graduated from South Florence. Pops is from the city. He is one of the guys who gave me an opportunity to coach beside him on the basketball side of things. So shout out to the homie Stan Adams, head coach of the middle school Southside Cubs right now, but his son graduated from South Florence, helped pace them winning a state championship last year. He is one of the freshmen that is going to be a big part of that defensive rotation that I'm talking about at Clemson. And to me, that defensive side of the ball is going to dictate how far Clemson goes as far as the playoff start. I definitely will go out on a limb and predict that they will win the ACC hands down. I don't see anybody else that's in the ACC that definitely can play with them. Um, so yeah, Clemson, man, Clemson is definitely gonna be special. Moving right along is one of the decent schools here in South Carolina as well. The Coastal Carolina Chanticleers. They finished off last season with a bowl loss as well, but lost pretty bad, 44-15 to UTSA. But they opened up the season against Virginia on the 30th at 6 p.m. They are looking to get better, and I think they're in the Southwest Conference or whatever conference they're in. I think that I want to say. Let me look and make sure. I don't. The SBC got it. They are in the SBC. They are in the East, and you have the likes of App State, James Madison, and Marshall, Old Dominion in that category. Uh, Shout out to the boy Slim Andre Presley McFadden, man, at Old Dominion. That's my guy. Lake City, South Carolina, stand up. But Coastal has uh, a lot of young talent there, and some notable players for Coastal Carolina is James Tucker. He's a receiver. Emmett Brown, quarterback, transferred in from San Jose State. Another quarterback, MJ Morris, who transfers from NC State. Well, played at NC State in Maryland. Cameron Wright, receiver. Nick Delagran is the offensive lineman, and Jalen John, who transferred in from UMass. Young, but they are definitely talented, and we will definitely get to seeing how well they will fare in the SBC. Before we get to the last two, I need to remind y'all that Spotify, iHeartRadio, TikTok, Instagram, X, Facebook, LinkedIn, I am on all of that. So if you won't stop this and go follow me on all of it. If you are a sponsor, right now I would be plugging you in, talking about your products. If you are looking to have me speak on your products, I'm definitely looking for sponsors. Please email me at sportbreaksplus.llc@gmail.com. Again, that is sportbreaks with a Z, SportBreaksPLUSLLC@gmail.com. Next team that we're gonna do, the Wofford Terriers. Wofford Terriers ended their season last year with a loss to South Carolina. Go figure. South Carolina blew them guys out 56-12. They will start the season off August the 30th at 6 p.m. Against none other than the South Carolina State Bulldogs. That game will be at Albert C. Dawson Stadium in Orangeburg. So Wofford is definitely a traditional, team that, hey, they're not always that crazy good, but if you play the wrong way, Wofford can beat you. Um, some of the notable players coming back this year, Isaiah Scott, who was named to the 2025 preseason second team offense for that conference. Quincy Hughes on the offensive line, he was named to the second team as well. And C. Coombs, uh, DB, he was selected to the first team in that conference. So, man, Wofford has a very, very odd difficult looking schedule. Like I stated, they start off with South Carolina State and they play Richmond, Mercer. Mercer wasn't a team that I kind of watched last night. Mercer was halfway decent. Then you go to Virginia Tech. You got Western Carolina, Norfolk State, Furman, East Tennessee State, Sanford, VMI, and the Citadel, and then you finish out the season at Chattanooga. Uh, who knows? Wofford can definitely in that Pioneer League, they could possibly come out on top, possibly. But Furman usually is the big dog in his conference, so we'll see how that goes as far as the Terriers season goes. Lastly, on my South Carolina football preview college edition is none other than the Charleston Southern, what are they, the Buccaneers? Charleston Southern will open the season against Vanderbilt. They will travel to Nashville to take on the Vanderbilt Commodores on August 30th. That game is at 7 p.m. Vanderbilt, of course, is a SEC school, so we'll see how that go. Some notable players for Charleston Southern will be Darius Bell, defensive lineman who recorded 7 tackles for losses and 4 sacks in the previous season. Chris Roan, who is their quarterback, Jamel Bishop, Jaden Scott, Caleb Jackson, and Norwood Jennings. Um, I really don't know much about Charleston Southern other than it's crazy. Ironically, one of my kids' moms, she went to Charleston Southern for a little while. But I would definitely keep tabs on all these schools, and I would definitely be updating y'all as they go. Um, like I said, again, football is back into the swing of things. That is my college football preview of the state of South Carolina. Be on the lookout this week for a full college preview of the games that I am liking this coming week for week 1 of the NCAA football season. I will probably do that show on Thursday. Also, make sure y'all get prepared. Tuesday and Thursday, I will be live on TikTok in the afternoons about 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock Tuesday and Thursdays, I will be live on TikTok. Y'all make sure y'all join me there, where we having an open discussion about various sports. It does not matter. So definitely make sure y'all stay tuned. Also, before we get out of here, make sure that you are subscribed and following Sport Breaks wherever I am at. So y'all the socials, I will put them up right now. They they right here, right now. Make sure y'all go follow. Make sure y'all subscribe. Again, it is free. And make sure y'all comment wherever y'all see the video at. Hit that heart. Show some love, definitely. And I will be back on the next episode. I see y'all then. As always, I like to end it. If it ain't Sport Breaks, people, it ain't shh. Knowledge, world.